What's up, y'all? We back with another video. I found a video. This was uploaded not too long ago by Tozy. It's called IRL streamer arrested during challenge live. I don't know why people be. Then I get a commercial.
This IRL streamer was arrested during a challenge live, so it's safe to say the streamer's reality show spiraled into chaos before the contestants even knew what hit them. So on the very first day, the police showed up, but the person who ended up in handcuffs wasn't even one of the contestants. But if you've been following the world of IRL streaming, especially this IRL streamer was arrested during a challenge live, so it's safe to say the streamer's reality show.
Who the fuck banging on the wall like that? Hold on, I'll be back. Alright, that ain't her doing that. So. I think my neighbors are fighting. Ain't got shit to do with me. You feel me? Hey, ain't got nothing to do with me.
Spiraled into chaos before the contestants even knew what hit them. So on the very first day, the police showed up, but the person who ended up in handcuffs.
See, my girl in there sleeping, and I thought that she was banging on the wall, like basically telling me you being too loud. I don't know. I feel like she light a cigarette up and storm out the room type shit. I don't know. Let me know if y'all ever got that problem. But I just try to, you know what I mean? Try to respect her sleeping time. But honestly, when she sleep, this is the best time for me to do my videos. You know what I mean? Either when she's sleeping or when she away with her sister or doing something else. You know what I mean?
Wasn't even one of the contestants. But if you've been following the world of IRL streaming, especially,
and yeah, I'm in my dun-dun-duns. If y'all didn't notice, I mean, I wear boxer briefs, but I ain't going nowhere. I'm sitting in the house getting ready for bed. You feel me?
What we've been covering here on this channel, you probably know who Ice Poseidon is. He's a kick stream.
I just got done with my day. I'm sorry I keep stopping this video, but I mean, I only got 8 minutes. Like, other video, like, I'm gonna run some time up a little bit. You feel me?
We've covered before, and essentially he was one of those guys who traveled to Japan and South Korea with his gang, drawing a lot of attention to both him and his group's questionable behavior while he was abroad. And of course, he had that infamous clip when he crashed out over his girlfriend and ended up smashing a rental car's windshield.
I can't believe this! I don't care, dude.
But more recently, Ice Poseidon has been doing a lot of these like reality show style competitions where he's brought together a bunch of streamers to go head to head for a cash prize. Last year, he did this whole scavenger hunt. He's done like a Hunger Games thing. He's done a whole bunch of stuff. I think we actually covered a situation that happened on one of his game shows where you had Natalie Reynolds, I think her name was. She somehow tricked a potentially homeless woman to jump into a river in Austin, Texas for, I guess, $100, but she rug pulled and ran away. Obviously, she's still a scumbag for doing that, but it's not like Ice really was involved with that decision. But it's safe to say, overall, some tomfoolery happens when he does these challenges.
Welcome to the very first scavenger hunt.
Let me tell you, I'm not going to walk up to a person on the streets and be like, hey, I'll give you $100 if you jump. Hold on. My question is, why didn't the bitch take the $100 first before she jumped in there? You feel me? You got to pay me before I do that type of, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give me my money first, at least half. She ain't give her nothing.
Oh my God, what the first ever live stream citywide IRL scavenger hunt. There was a huge turnout, so I'm very surprised by that.
I'm putting this competition, bro.
That's nice, like it makes me feel good. Like, okay, a lot of people want to win this money.
Quit following.
And as I mentioned earlier, he did this. And as I mentioned earlier, he did this like Hunger Games event, which I think
like he was trying to make it like he was rear-ended.
was called the Last
I
Man
wonder what's
Standing
going on
event.
there.
And just over the last couple of months, a brand new season of the Last Man Standing kicked off once again. But if you've ever heard of Ice Poseidon's Last Man Standing series before, basically it's this competition where essentially he gathers a group of streamers, locks them up in what he calls a prison, and puts them through a series of physical and mental challenges for a chance to win 50 grand.
Nah,
Here,
I'm
9
good.
contestants signed up for this. Mid-Korea Man,
I've been
Mr.
locked up
Superb,
before.
Shuvy, Florida Boy, Black Dave, who we've also actually covered before here on this channel, along with Shuvy as well, Benny Mac, Duran TV, Henry, and a guy named Darius. But before we get into the arrest, let me walk you through how insane this competition actually got. Because right from the start, Ice made it very clear what these guys were in for. He lined them all up and gave them the welcome speech from hell, essentially. Essentially telling them they were about to face mental, emotional, and physical disruptions that would push them to their breaking point. He guaranteed they would suffer, and honestly, he was not lying. The competition was essentially designed to see who could endure the most punishment.
So before this begins, I just want to say,
It sounds almost like this haunted house type of thing they had back in the day, that you signed a waiver. You would sign a waiver. You go and the waiver was basically stating that you couldn't sue them. They can do whatever they wanted to you, however they wanted to you, for the amount of time, all the way through the entire like tour or whatever. And some people were like, I mean, mentally messed up off of that after they didn't even get, a lot of people didn't even make it all the way through. I can't remember the name of it. Was it House of Horrors? I don't know. It wasn't a movie. It was an actual thing. It was probably a movie I named, but if you know, you know. You feel me? Like, I would never. I'm good.
I thank every single one of you for competing in this. This is not going to be easy. It's going to be very hard. And you guys are going to go past your breaking point. I guarantee it. You guys will suffer mental, emotional, and physical disruptions.
Yeah, people was spitting on them. People was like cutting them on their skin, and I think burning them, and it was fondling them and stuff. You couldn't do nothing. Just imagine.
And we will see who the last one standing is.
And it's safe to say that Ice had some pretty creative ways to make their lives miserable. Things went south immediately because 2 of the contestants, Benny and Florida Boy, they couldn't just stop trying to fight each other. These guys got into multiple fistfights right from the start, which should have been a red flag for how the rest of the event was going to go, but I guess that was just a warm-up.
What would you say to somebody that hasn't tried therapy before?
Just ask yourself if what you're doing in your life right now is working, if you have peace.
Shut the fuck up.
One of Ice's favorite ways
What I'm doing in life is working.
to keep contestants in line is with a pellet gun.
I ain't dead.
So when someone would ask to use the bathroom too many times or step out of line, Ice would just have someone shoot them with pellets, sometimes even doing it himself.
Oh, no! Shoot. Come here. Hold this.
She's up. Where's that mother cat?
Okay, hold this. Okay, how many?
Oh, yep, she's up.
How many times are you gonna ask to go pee? Scott, you can pee. Shoot you can pee.
Oh, it's real. It's real. It's real.
But the pellet gun was nothing compared to when Ice decided to bring in an actual coffin with very limited ventilation. One of the contestants, Mr. Superb, had apparently been too nice to the other competitors, so Ice decided to teach him a lesson by stuffing him in a coffin.
I'm gonna put you in the coffin, because I'm sick and tired of you guys playing nice. What is wrong with you?
He told the guy that he had to lift his head up using his neck muscles and put his mouth around a breathing tube, or he'd suffocate in about 10 minutes. Ice then left the key nearby and told the other contestants that they could let him out if they wanted, but the whole point was to teach him not to help each other. However, since apparently a coffin with limited air wasn't extreme enough, Ice decided to escalate things further. So he crammed in all the contestants into a very small room just to pepper spray them all at the same time. So obviously the contestants were coughing, saying they needed to use the bathroom while the audience could see them struggling with the effects of being pepper sprayed. Oh, and it's worth noting that while all this was
My cat in there messing with her.
happening, viewers could actually place bets on which contestant had the best odds of winning. So people were literally gambling on who could endure the most punishment. We're definitely getting pretty close to Black Mirror with this one, guys. Congratulations. We have entered full-on dystopian content creation. But throughout the competition, there were beatings, tasings, and all sorts of other creative punishments that ICE came up with. And it's safe to say that over time, the whole thing started to feel less like a competition and more like watching people get harmed for entertainment, which I guess at some point is exactly what it was. At one point, ICE brought two contestants, Duran TV and Dave, into a separate office to attempt to persuade them into turning against each other. He offered Gatorades, Cheetos, and other perks that would essentially sabotage the fellow competitors. And yeah, obviously they took the deal. ICE told them they needed to do more than just target one person though. They had to sabotage everyone if they wanted to continue receiving special treatment. But not everyone was willing to stick it out though. One contestant, Benny Mac, had what you would call a moment of clarity near the end of the day and decided to quit while he was ahead. He made it very clear that he was not willing to get knocked out on live stream, and when ICE tried to reassure him that no one was going to touch him, Benny Mac was not buying it. Benny said that he valued his freedom too much to risk getting assaulted on stream, so he called it quits, asked for his stuff, and requested an Uber to get out of there. Now, here's where things start getting a little interesting, to put it lightly, and it has nothing to do with the actual competition. As all this was happening with the contestants, ICE staff members were having their own particular drama behind the scenes. Two of his staff members, who are also streamers, Action Man and Burger Planet, they got into their own argument, which escalated way beyond just words. The argument began over some serious accusations, with one guy confronting the other guy about some pretty crazy stuff that clearly crossed the line.
And bro, there's mad like lore behind you. I don't even know what they're talking about.
Then the confrontation continued to escalate until Burger Planet physically attacked Action Man by elbowing him in the face. So Action Man then called the cops to get Burger Planet arrested. And funnily enough,
Action Man wasn't about that action for real.
he seemed pretty happy about the whole thing.
You're going to jail.
That's some bitch ass shit, my boy. You laughing because you got somebody put in jail because they put hands on you because you was running your mouth? That's weak. See, I wouldn't want to hang around them type of people. I ain't even gonna lie. I just do this instead of myself. Do this instead of myself.
On stream.
So now we have Burger Planet's mugshot after the police showed up and took him into custody. So obviously, while that whole debacle was going on, the contest was still running. So Florida Boy actually ended up winning after an intense final against Mid-Korea Man. I'm definitely saying sentences I've never said before after recording this video, that's for sure. But Ice Poseidon has already announced that there will be a new season of Scavenger Hunt that's about to begin. So if anything interesting or laughably stupid happens during this event, you could probably bet that we'll be covering it. But that was another story on how an IRL stream led to yet another arrest. So if there is a takeaway from this video, let's not commit a felony, but especially don't commit a felony while everyone around you is live streaming. Because
I don't. How did he get charged with a felony if it was just a simple scuffle? What was he charged with?
this event, you could probably bet that we'll be covering it. But that was another story.
What was he charged?
So obviously, while that whole debacle was going on, the contest was still running. So Florida Boy actually...
Oh, well, yeah.
Let's not commit a felony, but...
Okay, a simple scuffle is not a felony. That's a misdemeanor. So that's all for it. As long as nobody got hurt, there was no weapons involved. Like no bones was broken or fractured or anything like that. No serious gashes and cuts. No weapons. It's a misdemeanor.
Especially, don't commit a felony while everyone around you is live streaming. Because as we've learned time and time again here on this channel, that never ends well. But hey, at least he wasn't given a free house, then completely destroy it like this homeless TikToker was.
Oh, yeah, I seen that video. I'm not going to lie, that was crazy. That was crazy. And since I already seen it, I ain't going to react to it. Sorry. Just go watch it. Unless y'all want to see me react to it, but it wouldn't really be authentic. I just commentate type shit. I won't be surprised. The Dark Side of Drewski. I don't even remember starting that. What the hell? That's 26 minutes. All right. Well, let me know what y'all think about the video. Like, comment, subscribe. If y'all still here, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Share the video. Peace. Stay blessed, y'all. Stay safe.